Welcome to detention. You all know the rules by now. No talking, using your phones, sleeping, doing homework, using the room's computer, or playing video games. Ty, you have a 5-hour detention for getting kicked out of Mr. Sharp's class, along with Carter, who has a 5.5-hour detention for that and for slapping me. Rachel, your detention is for throwing a tantrum after finding out that Michael is facing the possibility of expulsion and will last for 2 hours. You will get 3 chances to behave. Miss them and you'll have an in-school suspension, and Mrs. Tanner and I will make you sign a behavior contract that will last for the remainder of the school year. Any questions?
Do we get bathroom breaks? Will the school provide us food, and how we'll get home?
The school will provide dinner. There will be bathroom breaks every 30 minutes and you'll have to provide your own way of getting home. You boys get your first strike for talking.
That isn't right.
Don't argue with me. Now you'll be here for 5.5 hours for talking once again. Argue with me again and you'll be on your second strike. Rachel's detention is over and she managed to go the whole time without misbehaving. You boys have 3 hours left. Come with me to the cafeteria. You two can only have the leftover lunch from today. I won't order pizza and you boys will need to clean up after yourselves before going back to the detention room. I'll be in my office and having myself a cup of coffee. Ty and Carter, you both got your second strike. One more, then Mrs. Tanner and I will make you sign the behavior contract. Why did you boys throw your food?
Mr. Lassiter, it's because we didn't like today's lunch. We're all so mad about our detention.
Clean up the mess, then go back to the detention room. I'm gonna sit here and make sure that you two don't misbehave any further.
I think Mr. Lassiter fell asleep. Looks like it. Now we can use our phones, but we'll have to turn off the volume to avoid waking him up.
Ty and Carter, your detention is over, and for using your phones during detention, you both get your third and final strike. Tomorrow, the 3 of us are heading down to Mrs. Tanner's office along with your parents. You two will sign the behavior contract and we'll discuss other disciplinary actions.
Thank you 3 for coming to this conference today. As you're already aware, your sons Ty and Carter misbehaved during their detention last night. Mr. Lassiter, tell their parents what they did.
Of course, Mrs. Tanner. First, they talked in detention when they were told not to. Then, they threw their plates at the wall. Then I caught them with their phones when their detention ended.
Ty and Carter, how dare you boys misbehave in detention? You're both gonna be so grounded when we get home. How will they be punished for this?
They will have in-school suspension on Thursday. They'll also have to put their phones in their lockers if they come to school with their phones. They'll be able to take them out of their lockers when the day ends or when on field trips.
Mr. Lassiter and I were thinking of making Ty and Carter sign this behavior contract. This contract means that they'll get a minimum of 5 hours of detention for every referral.
Hold on a second. Why would Carter or I sign a contract that would get us in more trouble if we sign it?
Because if you don't sign it, you'll get a day of out-of-school suspension for each day that it isn't signed.
Honestly, we'd rather take the suspension.
Sign it.
Now that Ty and Carter both signed the behavior contract, there's nothing else to discuss.
Let's go home now.
Ty and Carter, how dare you get in trouble at school during detention? You're both grounded for the next fortnight, and I mean 2 weeks, not the video game. Upstairs and straight to bed.